again. In this video we will see the resultant of these four forces. The forces are acting along the side of the equilateral triangle. So this triangle ABC is a equilateral triangle, and the side of that triangle is 200 mm, and the forces are 30 Newton along AC, 60 Newton along this line, which makes an angle 30 degree with horizontal, and 50 Newton is along BC, and 80 Newton or 80 kilonewton is along vertically downward direction. Yes, so to finding the resultant of non-concurrent forces, we can use the equation resultant is equal to square root of summation fx square plus summation fy square. Yes, so we can do a first summation fx square, forces in x direction. So we start with this 30 Newton force, which is along x-axis, positive x-axis, so this is a positive. Next, this 60 Newton force, 60 Newton force has a two component, which is a horizontal and a vertical. So horizontal component is a cos component, because the angle of this 60 Newton is a angle of this 60 Newton with the vertical is a 30 degree. Yes, so that's why x component is a cos component and it acted towards positive direction, so 60 cos of 30. Next is this 50 Newton. So this 50 Newton is resolved in this way, we can resolve it this way, and angle again is given with x-axis, so we can consider it as a cos component. So 50 cos, and angle for this is a 60 degree. Yes, so we consider 1, 2, 3 force, and this 80 Newton force is acting in a vertical direction, vertically downward direction. That's why the x component is a 0. Yes, so by solving this we get summation fx is equal to 56.96. So similarly we can find out the summation fy. For summation fy we have to consider the y component. So first is a 30 Newton, 30 Newton's y component is a 0. Next, this is a 60 Newton, 60 Newton y component is a 60 sine component, because the angle is even with x-axis, so and it acted in upward direction, so 60 sine of 30. Next is this 50 Newton force, which made an angle 60 degree with the horizontal, so that component is 50 sine of 60 degree. And last is this 80 Newton force, which is in downward direction. Yes. This equation can be formed by the summation fx also, because this cos is converted into sine, cos is converted into sine. Yes, so we have to consider the opposite. Yes, so this way we can find out the summation fy. So by calculating this we get summation fy is equal to 6.96. Yes, so we can find out the resultant. So resultant is equal to square root of summation fx is 56.96 square plus 6.96 square. Okay. The square of the negative value is a positive, that's why we consider a positive here. Okay. So by this way we can find out the resultant, which is 57.354 kilonewton. The unit of force is a kilonewton. Yes, so this is the required answer for the result. Yes, so for the direction, so our fx is a positive, so x component is a positive, y component is a negative fy, and force is in between this, and this is a theta x. Yes, so we can find out the theta x value by tan inverse of summation fy by summation fx. Yes, so we can substitute the Fy value. So we had a Fy is a 6.69 divided by 56.96. So we will consider the positive sign only because we consider direction here. We already consider direction according to Fy and Fx. So that's why we don't need to find out or consider the negative sign here. Okay, so this way we can find out the theta x also, and by this calculation we get theta x is equal to 98.65 degree. Yes, so this is the magnitude and direction of the resultant. So we can consider the resultant is acting at a x distance from point A along this line. I will apply a resultant here. So for that, this is a summation fx, this is a summation fy, and this is the resultant. Right? So for the position we can use the Varignon theorem. Yes, so if we have to use the or find out the position of the resultant, we have to use the Varignon theorem. And Varignon theorem says that moment due to resultant at any point, we will choose point A, is equal to summation of moment due to all forces at same point. So moment due to resultant is clockwise, so this way this object will rotate, and the moment is like this. So moment is clockwise, and it is fy into x distance, and fy is 6.969 into x. Moment due to all forces, so we have to consider moment due to this 30 Newton, 60 Newton, 50 Newton, and 80 kilonewton. Yes, so all forces we have to consider. So for that 30 Newton and 60 Newton are acting through point A, so moment due to them is 0. So we have to consider moment due to this 50 kilonewton. So for that we had a 50 sine 60 is a component in vertical direction, and rotation is in anti-clockwise direction, so we consider it as a positive, and the perpendicular distance is 200. Okay. Similarly, we can find out the rotation for this also. This rotation is in clockwise direction, so we consider it as a negative, and moment is 80 into perpendicular distance, which is a half distance, which is 100. So in this equation we had only one unknown, that is x. So we can calculate x by solving this equation. The x value is 98.69 mm. So by solving we can get the value for the x. Yes, so this is the position of the result. Yes, and the magnitude is this much, 57.35 kilometer. Yes, so this way we can solve the resultant of different non-concurrent forces by using this relation. Yes. Thank you for watching the video. You can subscribe the channel for more video, and also you can like the videos.